think they got a better draft, especially Alacrity, Juggernaut, and Power. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage. As long as he goes his Mask of Madness build, I feel Rams is going to have an amazing time in this game. The Storm has a lot he's got to do. He's got to get that Orchid real quick. He's got to make some plays, get this Juggernaut while avoiding the Shadow Demon that's going to be camping him and trying to save him. I don't know. Navi got their work cut out for them this game. Yeah, it is. I think it has to do more with the cold snap and the EMP. That's going to be a little bit annoying for him. So he's going to spend a lot of his time in the jungle, farming up instead of trying to stay in the lane and maybe get his mana burned. What's interesting right now is Error is looking like they want to aggro tri-lane here. And V2 is just gonna walk his way top. Yep, and General already down in this bottom lane. It's gonna be just like last game.
The battle begins.
Offlaner in the safe lane for Navi. Ooh. Check bottom. They want to kill the creeps so they can dive. Yeah, Shadow Demon actually got 3 of those creeps too. Uh-oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I gotta say that was probably not worth it, because right now the Shadow Demon is out of mana. He's got a clarity, so that was a little bit of a failed experiment on their end. And General even had a dissimulate ready if he was in any trouble at all, actually. So he just played it very cool, chill. He did lose a lot of his regen though. That's pretty much all Errol was able to accomplish over there.
A small adjustment.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, right, to speak in your language when you want to talk really fast. Yeah, they know it's the Chen, and the Chen can actually really help out in zoning a hero out, because you're gonna get that Holy Persuasion, you're gonna wait to go to the small camp, steal a creep, and his main focus is just stacking anyway, right? So that's why the Mag is having such a great time at the moment. Oh, Roger thinks that camp is blocked, but I think he like A-click something. When you try to like de-aggro, like when you A-click on one of your own allies, it actually stops the creeps from following you. So those creeps actually ran away, and now he thinks that big camp is blocked, and he's making his way towards the bottom jungle now. see Zayak. And Sumel's playing from US East, right? So it's gonna be a little bit of a disadvantage at least. And you got a pretty low damage dealing hero. He does have the Blades of Attack now. Oh, it's gonna deny that haste. No haste for you, Mr. Iceberg. He's gonna have to go straight back to base. Oh, if Zayak actually poisoned up that hill, whew, would have been a disaster. Yeah, but Roger's gonna bring the storm back. So good. So useful.
Stay out.
And it's starting to make more sense now, the Shadow Demon and the Treant in this game, because these heroes are able to steal stacks actually as supports. You got the Nature's Grasp, and then you got the Poison. So if you do find any stacks in the jungle, you know what to do. And Shadow Demon can stack as well, very easily.
Go for my master. What sort of prize is this?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
First blood. Coming through. First blood. An arbitrary definition.
Radiant structures
Blame on
are
blame.
fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The meaning.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. That was so good for Error there, because Navi actually lost 2 waves of creep under the bottom tower, and that tower is now at 800 HP. Surely it will die by the second catapult that will come out, and Ramses, he's okay with it. He's got that healing self from the tree and didn't lose too many creeps. The wave is pushing into him.
Invisibility.
Yep, it looks like no one is TPing bottom now. Wants to start empowering his Juggernaut. He is done laning top against his Lifestealer. The moment Lifestealer has this Bracer and Phase Boost, he's just completely unstoppable. You really can't push him out of the lane anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm liking this. This is a lot faster gameplay coming out from
Radiant's
Error. I think they
bottom tower
realized
has
last
fallen.
game they just can't be so passive against Navi. And Icebreak here farming up this nice juicy stack. Oof. Delicious. I just love watching stacks far. Oh, Sumail? Okay, got a couple.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Zap.
Leave me. Face your death.
Oh, this is so nice. And I don't think they got any stacks left either. And the storm is still level 6. 8 minutes in. Yeah, that was a pretty big kill too. Check out Zayak's level. He's already level 6 on this roaming Shadow Demon. It's very,
Radiant's
very fast.
courier has been killed.
tonight.
It's got 26 lacets on the shadow. It's been...
Perhaps there will be another time to fight.
Solo now gonna be chilling out top, protecting this tower, living armoring it, while Magnus and Juggernaut start to play together. From up this single ancient stack right here. And then we're gonna just see a lot of farming going on from both of these teams at this point. Neither of them are in any fighting condition, except for Sumail. Sumail feels like, hey, ooh, they got the RP.
Blew it.
Huh. Yeah, I always want to fly. I think had to help him there and try to lift the follow-up after the disruption. But maybe he didn't expect the Magnus to just show up on the side like that and RP him.
Go for my master. Bounty.
Did they just get 4 bounties? They did, didn't they?
Bounty.
Navi just got themselves 4 bounty. That's huge. It's a big gold swing going the way of Navi now with that 4 bounties. And
Dire's top tower is under
there
attack.
are catapults out now. Let's see if Navi is actually going to make their first move now. Try to go top and maybe take a tower here. Roger, so close to that mech. It's a little bit hard for Navi to actually rotate mid and take the tower against a Quasflex Invoker. If you get hit by a single EMP, you've essentially wasted like a minute of movement. So it's going to be a lot easier for them to rotate top, where the Lifestealer has pretty much dominated this area already. And Lifestealer is also going for a Battle Fury. Interesting. Very interesting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Sumail.
Is an honor.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Ruby buyback again. Always want to fly. He's very quick on these buybacks. He does not like staying dead. And yeah, and top tower is not dead by the Lifestealer. He is just way too tanky and annoying to deal with at the moment. But how they kill him is with the Omni Slash, right? Anytime he's just isolated, they're gonna drop that Alacrity Omni Slash on him. I'm quite surprised that Ramzes is not going for the Mask of Madness build. It's probably the most popular Juggernaut build when you're playing with Magnus, or even without Magnus actually. Just does so much damage and lets you farm. He really does. He wants to hit a lot of creeps this game. I mean, he's got to be able to keep up with the Magnus and the Juggernaut, and also this Battle Fury will give him some mana regen against this Invoker too, which could be a little bit annoying if you ever get hit by the EMP. If you're in the perspective of Iceberg right now, you got this Orchid. If you look at the Error's lineup, like who do you go on, right? Invoker has been protecting middle, Shadow Demon has been protecting the Invoker. So if you jump either one of them, they're gonna help each other. And then the Magnus is just playing with Juggernaut the whole time. So you can't go on them either. So if you ever do commit into a fight, you're essentially dead unless you got all 5 of your heroes coming in. And that's exactly what's gonna happen right now. Wow!
A healing hand.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Double damage.
I'm over here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You can only mimic our techniques, Magus.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah. I think, right. Right, it was a really good combo, but what happened was the Juggernaut was still orchided, so he couldn't use his Omni Slash as soon as the RP came out. So they were able to use the Dissimulate. The heroes that were caught was Rubik, Void Spirit, and Storm. Storm and Void Spirit just zipped on out of there as soon as the RP ended.
Where's the party?
That's gonna be a little bit of momentum for Error, taking away that mid tower. They're feeling so good in this game. This looks a lot like an actual team right now compared to game 1 where they were just all doing their own thing and farming it up.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Probably didn't hurt that he bought out
Dire's
at like
middle tower
12
is
minutes in
under
the
attack.
game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're making a trade for the mid tower here. Tier 2
Dire's
for tier
middle
1.
tower has
This is
fallen.
gonna open up the outpost for Error. I think they're very happy
Radiant's
with this.
bottom tower
They're gonna take
has
this
fallen.
outpost, go back top, control top
Dire's
and mid
top
again,
tower
so they
is
can play
under
for the
attack.
Roshan next on Error. This Juggernaut is becoming very scary. And speaking of carries, somehow V-Tune is farming just as actually faster than a Magnus and a Jug. And this Jug has 4 kills, by the way. So that's something else, Mr. V-Tune. Yeah, it is good. I don't even think like if he was for Mask of Madness and then Manta, I think he would also been fine, especially because the Magnus is just kind of covering him. He still could use some more attack speed. He's going for the Basher. I guess he's relying a lot on this Alacrity though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ha! Now over here.
Juggernaut!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, that's really good. Ramses understands there's no BKB lockdown on the side of Radiant, so every time the disruption comes out, he can just pop his spin, get out, and once he's level 15, gets that plus 100 Blade Fury movement speed, they're not going to be able to stop him. But here we go.
Your death approaches! It's time.
Dire's
What a
turret
waste.
has been killed.
That was more.
Zap! Hand of God! Oh!
We got RP. Oh.
Looking for me?
Double kill.
No whining now. Over here now.
Bow fall before us.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Yeah, that was such a
structures are
high skill
fortified.
team fight. The Life Stealer saving the Storm, Storm getting out, TP into base, Chen porting him back
Dire's
into the fight with the
bottom
Divine
tower is
Favor.
under attack.
Error thought that they had that fight.
Stupendous.
Exactly. Error thought the same thing. They were like, hey, we got this fight in the bag. This Storm has no resources whatsoever. Let's keep on going.
Dire's
Once
middle
that
tower
Storm
is
returned
under
and the Life
attack.
Stealer just manned up, there was nothing they could do anymore. And Zayak was playing that fight so beautifully. He was saving everyone. His positioning was amazing. But at the end of the day, Navi just had that secret weapon with the Chen Divine Favor.
Dire's
Oh,
top
iceberg.
tower is under attack.
Rip. Whew, that's a lot of damage.
Just fine.
Yeah, and Sumail going for that Solar Crest now. Gonna put that onto the Juggernaut. I mean, this is just how you play Invoker nowadays, right? You just buff up your carry and you just cast your spells to lock the enemy down. These selfish Invoker builds are just not a thing anymore.
Vanished, but not gone.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like Ramses really needs his alacrity on, like, while he's Omni slashing. We saw how he wasn't even able to take out the Rubik earlier, and Rubik only has 1000 HP, so it's what he's missing right now, that attack speed. Oh, smoke broke. It's a very tense moment in the game. This Roshan could be the big turning point for both these teams. No one wants to make a mistake. Half HP Roshan, very tempting. Ramzes, he's fallen to the temptation. Oh, he's got his own healing word, always on a fly. That's pretty big, this healing word for V2. They found it.
I'm over here. Touche.
The Juggernaut's power is doubled.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Yeah, that was pretty big, and
Radiant's middle tower
just couldn't
is
find
under
the proper
attack.
positioning on the side of Navi. They already couldn't bring down this Juggernaut one time because they have nothing
Radiant's
for the
middle tower has fallen.
Repent.
Radiant
spin,
structures are
and it's gonna be
fortified.
even harder now. And yeah.
Bounty. The bounty which my matriarch will prize.
There's two towers top that they can
Dire's
take.
top
They can
tower
plant
is
some vision
under
on the high
attack.
ground here. That's what Ramzes is pinging out. He's like, hey, let's just control this area, control this triangle, take the two towers top. General's so good at stealing bounty runes. Look at this guy. He's
from the
always
void.
going to the most dangerous places, stealing bounty runes every game, I swear. But it's good though, like this is how you know, build a difference in net worth between your opponents though. And keeping his team in the game. Iceberg does not have a Bloodstone. I think they're gonna continue to split push.
Oh, I'm over
Try
here.
for this. Wait, there's no Ramzes on Ramzes, but that living armor is gonna be enough. Very clutch living armor. Should be happy it was not on cooldown. Samel, it's like hello. Oh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Over here now. Looking for me?
Coming through. We'll be back.
Here I am.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That was a very awkward engagement from Error there. They playing into Navi's vision, and Invoker was the first one getting jumped, so it was quite obvious that this was going to be a very unfavorable fight.
Haste.
Maybe. Ooh, wow. No one. He's got a haste though.
Zip zap.
It's good. It is, and I'm not even sure if it's enough. This Lifestealer, man, he's getting out of hand. Look at his net worth. He's much, much higher than this Juggernaut who's actually being empowered.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. That butterfly is going to be pretty big though for Ramzes. V2 is going for a Satanic. He's not going to have that MKB quite yet. And then the attack speed is just so much needed for Ramzes at the moment. He's going to get a Mindbreaker too. That's going to be nice. That's what the Dire has picked up now. Paladin Sword. Oh. Yeah. Chen, Paladin Sword, Lifestealer. Oh, he's gonna take the Titan Sliver instead. He'd rather have the status resistance at the moment. Doesn't want to be RP'd for too long or
Dire's middle
OG.
tower is under attack.
Smart choice. It should be Jug, I think, because he's got the Basher and all these buffs. But the problem is they just keep kiting in and out on the side of Navi, and then this Chen is just such a nuisance. It feels like Eric can't get to the back line and find this Chen. Or Rubik too. It is. I think the Juggernaut just needs a few more items so they're not so reliant on the Omni Slash to be able to dish out all the damage, because that's what's going on right now. Like, he can't stand in the fight and just rifle. I think he just doesn't have enough items yet. So, and once he gets a Basher, that's going to be nice. Another form of lockdown. Sorry, not Basher, the Abyssal Blade, which he's got very, very soon. Just the recipe off now. Alright, B-Tune has changed his mind. He's no longer going for that Satanic. He switched up into the MKB. Since he sees the Butterfly already complete on Ramzes, this is the right choice here. It would have been quite worrying if he actually went for that Satanic when Butterfly was so soon to be done on Juggernaut. But now that he's going to have the MKB, I think Ramzes is still going to be a little bit worried just to be able to man up in the fights against Lifestealer. Yeah, and Storm eventually will have...
Radiant's
I was going to say, Storm will eventually have
attack.
a Bloodthorn as well, which is going to be very difficult for Juggernaut to deal with. This Butterfly is not going to have any effect against that. Yep. Whew. A pause. I think I needed that. This game was getting too tense, Nomad. My goodness.
I've been wanting this. I'm over here.
Oh, Abyssal. What an RP.
Look no more upon our face.
Stop! Zip! Here I am. What's up?
pierce the void.
Ah, fresh fertilizer.
Yeah, that's 2 buybacks from Navi too. That was such a nice skewer into 3-man RP, and then the Juggernaut Omni Slash was able to kill off the Storm Spray, even though the Chen did use the Guardian Greaves and the Hand of God, and instantly buying back. They were expecting Errol to just fall over in this team fight because they've used up pretty much every single one of their ultimates. But nice kiting by them, baiting Navi back, and Lysander, every time he popped Rage and he couldn't get on top of someone, he just had to run away. So, became very confusing for them at this point. And I think Errol now have a huge win condition in the Storm Spirit and Rubik, where they don't have buybacks. If they get this next Roshan, which I think they will, it's going to be so hard for Navi to fight into this without knowing that they cannot afford to die on the Storm or the Rubik.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Yeah. That's the thing about this carry metas, right? Where if the enemy hero doesn't have buyback or die with no buyback, then you can just walk up the high ground, buff up your carry, and you're just completely outnumbering them. If they come into the fight, you just commit to the fight. You don't care if it's 4 versus 5 in an unfavorable position on the map. It's just too much for them to deal with. Look at that rush.
Bottom tower
Wow.
is under attack.
Go for my master.
Are they gonna try for this? What's up, Iceberg? What's the plan here? Is he zipping on in? Oh, lift!
Roshan
Save.
has fallen to the dust.
This isn't over.
No Omnislash. Jeez.
Respect for the forest.
This night is far from over.
Blown away. Make a fine meat.
Oh, that was so fortunate that the Juggernaut was able to get the Aegis once he came back down, or after the disruption there. Oh, that was, I thought that was gonna be like really bad for Error if Lightstealer or the Storm managed to pick that up. Shadow Demon making some really clutch disruptions in that engagement, keeping the Juggernaut alive long enough. The Omni Slash came out in the Roshan pit, but the Skewer away kind of broke it, and then he was just in the middle of the fight without Omni, just trying to right click heroes down, and this hero just doesn't do anything without it. Oh wow. Whoa, wait, what? Where did he die from?
Triple kill!
Oh, he had like a five poisons on the Storm or something. He took 900 damage in the end there, yeah.
Well-gotten gains.
Yeah, and they're gonna have an... I think it's good because they actually do need another source of damage apart from just the Omni Slash, right? In its engagements, it feels like Omni Slash and Shadow Demon has been their top source of damage. So Aghanim's, that's gonna be nice to split up the fight a little bit. And I think Error are just gonna keep on farming up and try to control Navi into their base while they probably want to wait for another Roshan, honestly. I don't think they can just walk straight up into the high ground, but you know Ramzes, he feels confident with that disruption behind him. It's got a force, got a blink, it's got Lotus Orb maybe. I think that could be nice, especially when Storm will eventually get into a Bloodthorn. You're gonna need to use that onto the Juggernaut.
Dire are scanning.
Will also stop the Rubik or the Storm from like start initiating on the Jug too. I think Lotus would be a great item this game. If he feels like they need another RP, he might go Refresher too. BKB probably doesn't need it. He's got the Guardian Greaves to be able to like remove the silence and just pop the RP.
Zap. Evangelizing for my cause.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Definitely, he's been spot on. He only has one death too. Normally Magnus's, you know, if they're just running around empowering their carry, they're not getting a whole lot of farm. But his positioning, he's been able to find items. It's just been so spot on. No one. I've been quite impressed with his offlane, honestly. I mean, what? He only switched like a couple months, maybe. I think 1 or 2 months. He's been practicing playing this role. Yeah.
Bow to penalty. Yes. This will do
In this
just
game?
Christ.
Oh, not only last fight, I think he's just been playing phenomenally this game. His positioning and just being ready to disrupt the perfect targets on his side of the team. He hasn't really fed either. Close. Yeah.
Over here.
Game 1, he had a pretty rough game, but I can't really blame him, right? You're playing in a tri-core lineup. You're not finding any farm as a support in a tri-core lineup, especially when none of them want to make plays on the map. So this game is like a pretty good game for Zayak. He knows what he can do in this game, and he's living up to it. Oh, smoke from Navi.
Here I am.
Distortion.
60 seconds, 4 versus 5.
I'm over here.
Yo.
All of you. Ricochet.
Don't put me adoring
Demon's blessing. Scraps of armor, did you? Here I am.
That could have been much worse. It would have been much worse. That was like a 3-man RP, but the Juggernaut was Yuled before the RP went off, so they removed the Alacrity, they removed the Solar Crest. If that was an Omni Slash with both of those on, oh man. Flash of a second. Yeah, would have been much faster than that. Zayak?
This only delays my design.
Radiant's
There's a
bottom
fine
tower
line
is
between
under
bravery
attack.
and my work here is not yet done. An honor for you.
What did you expect?
Radiant's middle tower has
Looking
fallen.
for me?
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Here now.
attack.
Touche.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Damn, that
fallen.
was such a sick play from Zayak there. He
Radiant's
actually
bottom barracks are
had
under
his A on
attack.
this
Radiant's
locked,
bottom
and then he
barracks
opened
has
it the
fallen.
moment they jumped him. Oh, and he finds the Icebreak too. Okay.
Here now.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Solo hesitated a bit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's... That was a...
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
It's pretty crazy how Error got the fight that they wanted. The Treant died first, and they kind of baited Navi into chasing them out into the bottom jungle area and played it under their vision. And that was a 4v5 fight.
I meet my maker fast. You're
Haste.
beat.
I will commit this to memory.
Dire victory.